Good morning. Good morning. I am so excited and I have a very important message to share today, and I really hope that I don't regret it. So, we are going to be talking all about something that is mega on my heart. Let me get my phone all set up for you and dive into something that I have been thinking a lot about. So, good morning. Happy Monday. I am so thrilled to be hanging out with you today. And I have to talk about a bunch of DMs that I got last night and why I have a problem with them. Good morning. Last night, I have been actually the last few days, I've been living in my DMs. Raise your hand if you have gotten a voice text or a video from me answering questions. If you have questions about the course, KBB, anything that I've been up to with that, I have been just responding. And one of the number one questions I'm getting from you is, how do I know if I have a superpower? How do I know if I have a gift? And I feel like it's one of those things that, especially as women, but men and women alike, really struggle with believing that we are something special. So can you just give me hearts or raise your hand if you struggle with this thought that you have something to offer the world? I don't care if we're talking about the course or just life in general, okay? And so this is welcome to my latte. I'm just starting to drink it right now. So last night, I got on my Instagram stories and I shared a challenge for you. And I said, hey, if you are struggling to believe that you have a gift to share with the world or that you have a superpower, then I want you to do one thing. I want you to take one action. And the action was to put up a post and ask your friends and your loved ones to speak into your life, to tell you the things that you are the go-to person for, to just shed a little light for you to understand that, yes, you are super special. Okay, so super easy challenge, right? And how many of us, sometimes we just need to know what action to take to move forward, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to tell them all you need to do is just put up a post and say, hey, I'm working on this new thing, or I'm struggling to know if I can move forward with this thing, which could be the course. And I would love to just hear what you consider me the go-to person for, or what you consider my greatest gifts are, or whatever that is. Okay, so here's where I get fired up. So many women landed in my DMs telling me that they were too humble, or that they were too modest, or that they were too afraid, frankly, to even ask a question about themselves to the people that love them the most. What? Ladies, listen up. I have such a problem with this, and I had to just kind of share like so many things, and I want to do this justice. It is not modest to play small. It is not being modest to fit your body into a small space and not make too much noise. It is not being modest to put your dreams on hold because you are afraid of asking someone for help. That's not being modest. That's making excuses. And when I think about my journey and just the times that I've been apologetic about who I am, if I'm too strategic or if I'm too loud or if I'm too much of anything, let me tell you one thing. I have been hanging around a lot of successful entrepreneurs lately who happen to be men. In fact, I'm kind of one of those guys, girls. I hate that term. So much, but I find a lot of comfort. I like hanging out with guys. I like the way that they think. I have never once heard them say, I'm modest, with a badge of honor. I have never once heard them shy away from speaking of their accomplishments, from owning their gifts, from standing with pride, from wearing these things like a badge of honor. I mean, if you attended the free training the other night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Men do not shy away from this. Why do we as women think that it's a good thing to play small? I am done with this. And so today I woke up and I was like, I'm going to go live today and I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about. And I pulled open my phone and I read my DMs of women being proud that they are being modest, that they could never possibly ask anyone to speak into their life. Let me tell you something right now. The world is not going to wait for you while you play small. The world is not going to turn faster while you wait to somehow discover your gifts. And if you, in this day, sitting here on this video, if you think for 1 second that asking someone to speak into your life is asking for them to brag on you, what? If your loved ones, if the people that follow you on social media, which let's be honest, for a lot of you is your friends and family, and if you don't even feel comfortable speaking your dreams into existence among them and asking for help, then what are we doing, women? I think becoming a mom has taught me so much, the beauty in being able to ask for help. I am a proud woman. I am a woman that believes I can do all things. I can be all things to all people. And it took flexing a muscle figuratively to learn how to get better at saying what I need and asking for help. It is not a badge of honor to walk around saying, I'm going to do this on my own, but I'm also going to hide my dreams because I'm not totally convinced that I have something to offer. And I sure as heck am not going to put up a post or text my loved ones and ask for them to help me out. What I want for you to think about today is, if you cannot even share this idea in your head. If let's say you're considering taking KBB and you feel this pang of doubt and you're like, okay, if I can figure out if I have a superpower, then I'm going to join this program, which, let's be honest, the program actually teaches you how to find the superpower. You need not come prepared. But if that's the story you're telling yourself, and yet you cannot even put one post up or send out one text message or get on the phone with your best friend and say, hey, I need a little bit of help today. I'm really struggling to know what my gifts are. And could you just for 2 minutes just help me to feel like I have something that can make a difference? So much of my business, so much of my growth, so much of the way that I've transformed over the years is me putting myself out there. Is me asking for help, is me using comments and feedback and suggestions and compliments to drive the force of where I'm going. And if you don't believe in your dreams enough to share them, even in just the slightest way, why should anyone believe in you? And so when I saw those DMs, it honestly just broke my heart, because I think about all of the men I know. I mean, all of these men I know who don't shy away from saying how great they are, who would never just hide in the corner and say, I don't know if I have a gift, who would never disclose the fact that they might be insecure because they're so good at pumping themselves up. We as women have to step up. And I know it's uncomfortable. We've been told so many stories about what it should look like for women to stand in their power and to own their gifts. And I know that it feels weird and it feels like we're being showy, but if we don't have women lighting the path for us, how are we ever going to move forward, right? And so today, what I want to leave you with is this. It is not selfish to think that you have something to offer. And it is not arrogant to talk about your gifts, because when you own what you are good at, when you stand in that truth so boldly, when you proclaim it, you inadvertently are giving other people the permission to do the same. So today, if you are sitting here and you're thinking, I don't know if I have a gift, I don't know if I can serve the world, I don't know if I can make an impact, and if you cannot take this one tiny action step and ask for help, then I have to tell you that you are never going to give yourself the permission to ever move forward. Because this lie that you're holding on to, this lie that you are believing right now, is going to hold you back for the rest of your life. And that is a shame. That is a shame. So here's the action item today. It doesn't have to be on a public page. It doesn't have to be on your Instagram. It doesn't have to be anywhere where people will see it and potentially judge you. But guess what? Step into the ring. Step into the ring and allow people to tell you what your gift is. In fact, go out and text 5 friends today. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they do. And say, I just want you to know what your superpower is in case you've ever doubted your ability to leave a mark on this world. What would it look like if every single person who's watching this sent 5 text messages to people that they love to simply and utterly encourage them today? What would that look like? And then what would it look like if you flexed your asking for help muscle and you said, hey, I'm thinking about doing something big. I'm thinking about daring greatly, as Brene Brown says. Could you help me just feel the tiny bit of confidence that I need to take a leap of faith and to do something that I am afraid to do? If your own friends and family cannot back you up and support you in this simple request, it's time to get new friends and family. But it's really time for you to question, what roles are you trying to fit into right now? What lies are you believing that are having you stay in the same spot, that are having you be modest and play small and believe the lie that you cannot inconvenience a single person in order to own your gifts? Go out and really just spread your light into the world. Go out and help other people see you standing in your power so that they can stand in their own power, and believe today that you have something special to offer the world, and flex that muscle and ask for help if you need help finding it. That is it. I don't ever want to see you telling me with pride that you are being modest again. Just bolster up that attitude that strong man has when they stand up and talk about how great they are, and try it on for size, because I think that you are going to inspire a lot more people that way than by staying quiet. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. I hope that I get the chance to coach and speak into your life. I hope that you are feeling inspired, and I hope that you never for a single second forget that you have a gift to share with the world. That's all. That is all.